this is Cat's Diamond Painting and Charlie just up there in the corner. Welcome to my channel, or welcome back if you joined me here before. Today I am here with a triple unboxing for Diamond Art Club. These are my remaining 3 kits that Diamond Art Club has very kindly sent to me for sneak peeks, except that they actually dispatched a little bit after Black Friday, which was when all of these were released. So these are first looks. I have got here Sunset Meditation by Eau Claire Studio, which is a square drill kit. It's 65 by 115.7 centimeters, so this one is big. And then I've got Poinsettia Christmas Ornament. I'm never quite sure how to pronounce that. Is it Poinsettia? 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 Let me know. This is by Peggy Collins, and this is 70.7 by 55.8 centimeters, and it's another square diamond painting. And then last but not least, I have a Disney kit. I have Dreams Are What You Make Them. This is 55.8 centimeters squared, and rather confusingly, despite the pink packaging, this is also a square diamonds kit. So I'm going to take you through all of these. I'm just going to show you the things like the toolkit, the stuff that doesn't vary for one of them, but I'm going to show you all of the canvases, all of the drills. Yeah, so stay tuned. I think I'm going to start with the biggest one. Makes sense to me to use the biggest one to show you the full shebang, and then I will probably move on to Poinsettia Christmas Ornament, and then Dreams Are What You Make Them. So, you know, do with that information what you will if you want to skip ahead to a particular kit that holds your interest more. Okay, let's get going. So Sunset Meditation, I believe, did sell out on Black Friday. I'm not too sure about the others. I'll check and put that on the screen. But yeah, this one you're going to have to sign up for notifications if you would like to get it. And it is a rhapsody in pinks and purples. It's got such a gorgeous colour palette. And on the side here, you can see it has got 64 colours, which includes 2 Aurora Borealis and 2 Fairy Dust Diamonds. So not so many special drills in this one, and it's got over 121,000 drills. Whew. Yeah, that 115.7 centimeters is definitely making for a lot of diamond painting space. Okay, so I'm going to slide this sleeve off, because if you hadn't noticed, Diamond Art Club kits are now starting to come in this new style of packaging, where you have a kind of generic underbox, depending on whether it's rounds or squares, and there is a sticker on the bottom down here that shows you which kit it is. But other than that, all of the kit specific information is on this sleeve. And then inside the box, as ever, we have a tray which contains all of our goodies. Now this is wedged tight. And the box is bulging a little bit. The thing with these really big kits is there are a lot of drills for them to pack away. Oh. Okay, we got there. Okay, so here is our toolkit. Here is the diamond painting and drills. And then at the bottom, here is the thank you for your purchase pouch. I did see someone recently, not sure where their sticky labels were in their kit, because they used to come kind of loose in the box. They're in here now, so if you are unsure, you know, if you haven't bought from Diamond Art Club for a while and haven't seen one of this style of boxes, there's lots of useful stuff in here, so make sure you check it. Right, let's take you through the toolkit. So this is a standard toolkit, hence why I'm only going through it once, because it's going to be the same in all of these kits. So inside you have a roll of baggies, and then you have your twist and pick applicator pen, while my camera just slowly decides to focus. It's got a nice ergonomic feel to it. It's got a 4-placer already set up on this end, and this is a standard pen end. You know, any kind of push-in places that you have that you like to use should fit in here. And then on this end, if you take off the lid, you've got the twist and pick applicator end. So you're going to start off by twisting it. That one started off really loose, and then you generally meet a bit of resistance as you get to the point where you're really pushing the wax through. And eventually, with a few more twists, you will see the wax start to emerge from the top. So now you're good to go for your single placing. This is refillable, so once you've gone through all of this wax, you can unscrew it and refill it with more wax or putty if you prefer, you know, whatever you like to work with. But a lot of people are really enjoying this clear wax that Diamond Art Club is sending now. So that is your pen. And then we have the trays. So these are a lot bigger than the trays we used to get. They have nice deep sides so that you don't shake your drills out too easily. And they are stackable, meaning that if you've got a few of these, they will sit nicely on top of each other. You slide the lid off like so. And then inside there is a stopper which comes off once the lid is off. You've also got some other bits in here. So there is a 7 placer for your pen. There is a pack of that clear wax that you saw in the twist and pick applicator. And there is some of Diamond Art Club's original pink wax, just in case you prefer that. And as you can see, you've got a really nice space in here. This is an ideal sort of tray size for me. Personally, I'm a bit, what's the word? Like, I'm a bit Goldilocks, you know, I don't like them too small, I don't like them too big. This is a good size for me, regardless of the size of painting. So yeah, really good stuff. Next up, let's have a look in this pouch. So you pull the tabs together like so to get in. I'll show you these bits in a moment and explain what they are. Again, I'll just be doing all of that for this kit. The other ones, I'll just quickly show you the labels and the trading cards, but I won't give you the full explanation. So inside we have got some tips and tricks. We've got step-by-step instructions for diamond painting. We've got how to use and refill the pen that I showed you. We've got a QR code for joining Diamond Art Club's VIP Facebook group, which is a great resource. You do need to have made a purchase directly from Diamond Art Club beforehand to join. And then as long as your Facebook name and your name on your Diamond Art Club account are matching up, you shouldn't have any problems getting in. Kit contents are listed at the bottom, so you can check those off. And then over here you have got save 20% off your first app purchase. One of many discount codes available, because something that's very important to know about Diamond Art Club is you never need to pay full price. You see a price on the website, you can always apply a discount code to it. Even once you've used all your, you know, slightly more generous new customer discounts and all of that kind of thing, there is an evergreen code you can use. Join the Facebook group to find out more. And then you also receive rewards points on your purchases. So again, they tick up, and then in the end you can claim them against the value of a new kit or something like that. So in effect, the price that you pay is considerably less than the price you initially see. If you are a first-time customer, I do have a couple of affiliate codes in the description box below if you would like to use either of them. Cat20 will give you 20% off your first ever purchase, and Cat10 would give you $10 US off, or the equivalent in your local currency. So feel free to use one of those if you would like to. As I said, they are affiliate codes, so I would make a small amount of commission. But yeah, just make sure you use a discount code. That's the main takeaway. Okay, then we have the Treasure Quest card, which is Diamond Art Club's name for the trading cards that they have started to include in our kits. It's got a lovely holographic version of the artwork, which is very pretty in real life, but very hard to capture in the camera. And around the outside, you see a border. This one is bronze. That is also confirmed on the back. And the relevance of that is that cards come in different colours, and you can collect cards of different colours to claim rewards. So cards for any given kit could be bronze, silver, gold or black in terms of the border and the pattern on the background. So just because I've got a bronze in this kit doesn't mean you automatically will, although the vast majority of people will receive a bronze card because that's just by far the most common. Silver is then less common, gold is less common again, and black cards are the most rare. If you check out diamondartclub.com/redeem, it will tell you how you can use these cards to claim rewards. So it'll tell you that you need to collect a certain amount of bronze, silver and gold cards, or a certain number of black cards, and then you can use those to claim really nice gift cards or even a custom kit from Diamond Art Club. So once you've got enough, you scratch off this panel, there's a code underneath, you'll enter that into the website, and then you are all set. And the other thing in the pouch, as I've already briefly mentioned, is the sticky labels. So these have got pre-cut labels on the outside and then a lovely picture of the artwork there. Very pretty. I was going to say, have I mentioned already it's got 64 colours? But I probably did when I went over the side of the box. And yeah, it's definitely a big and beastie one, this one. And here are the drill colours. Your first glimpse. Lots and lots of pinks and purples and peaches. I mean, what else would it be when you look at the artwork? So definitely this is one that is going to appeal to people with a certain sort of set of colours that they enjoy working with. And at the end here are the ABs and fairy dust. So it looks like a pink and a yellow AB, and then a pink and a sort of orangey peach fairy dust drill. So AB stands for Aurora Borealis, and they have a glitzy coating. They're used for accents. Z in front of a number stands for a fairy dust drill. They have a subtle glitter coating there. They sort of provide accents, but also I've started to describe it more like texture, because they really are quite subtle. They're not obvious until you look right up close at them. But yeah, that is such a pretty colour palette, isn't it? I personally do really enjoy pinks and purples, so yeah, I think that's going to be gorgeous. Lovely clear symbols, just what you expect. Let's crack on and look at the kit. So, inside this branded dust cover bag, you will find your canvas and drills. Let me tip the drills out so you can have a first peek at them. And wow! Oh, I need to bring you back out, sorry. There we are. Look at all those. I mean, 64 colours is fairly modest for a painting of this size, so I think there's going to be a lot of colours where we have multiple fat bags of them, which makes kitting up a bit quicker, so that's always a good thing in my book. And I see one of the fairy dust drills there, actually. Oh, and the other one there. Is that right? Yes. But yeah, I'm going to go through these properly in a minute and go through them one by one so you can see them all. But let's take a peek at the canvas first. I'm going to roll it back on itself, and then I will just have to sort of show it to you in sections, because, you know, needless to say, I cannot get my camera up high enough to show you this all in one go. Okay, there's the bottom, so here we go. It is, oh, let me bring you out a bit further again, in fact. So there is the bottom. It's quite confetti at the bottom, I would say. There are, I mean, I say that, there are small, there's quite a lot of certain colours in this area. It's not the kind of confetti where you're going to be changing your drill colour very often, but it's not the kind of blocking where you're going to get to just whiz through with a multiplacer. Does that make sense? But then as we go a bit further up, you are starting to get into a bit more blocking. So the mountains, I would say, have a decent amount of small blocks of colour on them. And then as we get into the sky, I think we might find even more blocking. Let's see. Look at that sun effect in the middle. That's going to be super pretty. I'm a sucker for that in paintings. And that's probably the only real part of the painting that isn't going to be pink or purple or a variation thereof. Like everything else very much ties in with the pink and purple theme. So this gives you a little bit of contrast. And then let's keep going till we hit the top. And there is definitely quite a lot of blocking near the top of the painting. So yeah, it's going to take a while. It's a big project, but there are quite a lot of parts of it that will go quite quickly for you, particularly if you're a multi-placer. So yeah, that makes the larger projects a little less daunting in my book. It is very pretty though. It's gonna be worth it. I think this one's gonna be a stunner. But yeah. More confetti at the bottom, more blocking at the top, and a little bit of a mixture of the two in other parts. Right, let's have a look at the colours for this painting. So I'm going to go through all of the drills at this point. If you don't like that bit, feel free to skip ahead. I'm going to attempt to pan over it after that. I'm a little unsure how I'm going to do that in my space, but I'll do my best to show you at least the majority of it up close, and then we'll look for special drills, and then we'll move on to the next kit, and that's going to be the pattern for the rest of this video. So back in a moment with the drills. Oh, honestly, this colour palette is just to die for. Possibility it will get a little bit samey, I suppose, because there's not a lot of variety of colours. But if that's the case, if that's something that's likely to irk you, just do what I do with these things and have multiple whips on the go. That's my advice, is that if you think you're going to burn out of working with too much of one colour on one kit, take a break, do something completely different for a bit, and then come back to it. Anyways, let's see what we've got to play with here. So first up, I've got 3 bags of 552, followed by 6 bags of 3837. Then we've got 3607, 3 bags of 550, 3608, and 2 bags of 939, 2 bags of 3746, 1 bag of 208, and then 3326 at the end of this strip. And these are fat bags at the end here. The next strip has 3706, 2 bags of 3835, 311, and 4 bags of 791. 6011, which is a very pretty colour. And if you're a bit of a nerd for the DMC range like I am, and you're wondering what this number is, because you won't find that at other shops who use the DMC range for colours, the 6000 series are colours where Diamond Art Club identified that there was a gap basically in the existing DMC range for diamond drills, and they produced their own so that they could render images more faithfully. Then we have 2 bags of 333. And here is the first AB 3078, which is a lovely, lovely mellow yellow. And you can really see that glitzy coating. Then we have, 4 bags of 158, 1 bag of 336, 2 bags of 823, and 3740. Next strip has 154, 945, 760, 3687, Z3856. Here is the first fairy dust drill. That's actually quite a good colour for seeing that coating. You probably can see what I mean, that it's there, you can see it, but it's not as in your face glitzy as AB's. Then you've got 961, 316, 744, 3803, Z605, the other fairy dust there, 3731, 963, 553, you've got 2 bags, 915, 151, 718, 2 bags of that, sorry, and then AB603. So I think that's all of the special drills, isn't it? And then 3805 at the end there. Next up, we have 3770, 743, 819, 3808. That colour's a bit out there. I wonder where that's going. Maybe that's something to do with the person, because obviously the person needs to stand out from the landscape. And then there's 315, 209, 3609, 3688, 3825, 3041, 210, 3832, 211, 3350, 3824, 554, 356, 5200, 6013, and 3834. And then there is one last short strip of drills, which has 2 bags of 894, 1 bag of 893, 6014, 155, 310, and 6012. So that's all the colours for this painting. I'm going to pan over it now, and then I'll be back to figure out where those special drills go. Gorgeous. Okay, let's see if I can find the special drills. So first of all, I'm looking for this pink AB. That symbol always makes me think of a door. And I see some of that down here in these flowery patches. So there's quite a lot of it actually spread through here. And then presumably, yeah, on the other side as well, because it matches. And a little bit around here. And then does it go further up into the painting? Yeah, there are patches of it, like here, a little bit over there. So that one's kind of spread around the place in a few different patches. The yellow one, that one is pretty obvious. You can see straight away that is going to be around here, making that sun glow. Gorgeous. A few little patches up there as well where there's yellow in the clouds. And then the fairy dust drills, so there is that dash symbol. That is also in the sky around the sunset. That's going to be pretty. I think that's one of the most perfect uses of special drills you can have, isn't it? And I don't know that there's much in the way of that pink elsewhere. There are some small patches in the flowers at the bottom and a few little bits scattered around here, but not too much of it. And then the peachy one, that's got to be up here as well, hasn't it? Yeah, there's a little bit of it. I must be missing some though. There's got to be more of it than that. Do you know, sometimes you just can't see for looking. There are a few bits of it along in this sort of line of the horizon here. There's a little bit up here. And I think I see a few over there, but not so much of that one, unless I'm missing a big patch of it somewhere, which is always possible. So that is Sunset Meditation. That is the first of the kits that I have to show you, and it's a beauty. Right, I'm going to pack this away now and then come back to you with the Peggy Collins kit. Okay, Poinsettia Christmas Ornament by Peggy Collins. This one's a nice medium size. It does look like it's going to be pretty chock-a-block with confetti though, which is kind of par for the course with Peggy Collins pieces. And you can see in the image that's wrapped around there, it is highly detailed. This one has got 79 colours, which includes 4 Aurora Borealis and 3 Fairy Dust Diamonds, and it's got about 63,500 drills. So pretty moderate. Let's get straight into this one and find out what we've got inside. So put the toolkit to the side and we will just have a little look in here and see what we got. So we've got another bronze trading card. Same thing applies. As I said, most cards you're going to get are going to be bronze. Makes it extra exciting if you get a different one though. And there is the artwork. It's very dark in places actually, isn't it? You can really see with this one why it's got a lot of colours, I think, because yeah, there's a lot going on. Some lovely bright colours, but then some quite dark colours in the background that they're going to pop out from. And then you get a real idea of the range of colours when you look at all the stickers like that. ABs at the end here. So it looks like a red, an orangey one, a couple of shades of blue in the ABs, and then a yellow, a sort of greeny teal, and a white fairy dust. And lovely clear symbols. Okay, let's crack straight on with this one. Inside the dust cover bag, one thing I haven't mentioned yet is that if you're new to Diamond Art Club, you are probably going to be a little taken aback when you open your first one at how luxurious they feel. They have this really soft tarpaulin background and they have a really nice weight to them. They're nice canvases to work on. Here's all the colours, and yeah, just like I thought, there's actually the overriding look, I think, is darker shades from all that background, which is interesting because it's funny the way that your eye absorbs information, because when I look at that artwork, the thing I see most is the bright colours, but in terms of volume of drills, looks like we've got more of the darker colours in there. Let's take a little peek at this. You'll also see on this one, and this was the case on Sunset Meditation as well, that there are grey lines going through the cover. This is where Diamond Art Club has got your canvas pre-sectioned for you. So there are perforated lines running through where those grey lines are, marking it out into 10 by 10 centimetre square sections. And it's just another way that you can section up your painting. Here it is. Yeah. Confetti ahoy. But yeah, if you've ever seen a Peggy Collins before, they are mostly like this, and I think fans of her work do not mind that at all, because it is what they expect. It is super detailed. Wow, it's really quite visually arresting, just even as a canvas without any drills on it, I think. And a lot of her pieces have this almost 3D effect, and Diamond Art Club does such a good job rendering them that that really comes through. And I feel like this is one of those where this doesn't quite look 2D to me. Yeah, we'll see how it looks when it's got drills on it as well, but they just do such a good job hand rendering these kits. Okay, let's go through those colours before I figure out where the special drills go on this one. Those greeny teal shades up there. Wowzers. It's pretty busy, isn't it? It's going to look fabulous though. Right, now I really am going on with the colours. Well, I'm excited because I've spotted some colours that are so bright they're almost neon, which are some of my favourite shades to work with. If you're new to my channel, you might not have yet heard me talking about my endless fascination with working with really bright colours in diamond painting and how much that adds to the experience for me. So yeah, let's see. The first strip has got the biggest bags of drills on, and these are going to be mostly darker colours, as I was saying about that background. So we start with 817, then there's 3823, 801, 3809, and then we have the first fairy dust, a white fairy dust, very commonly used. And then we've got 2 bags of 823, 2 bags of 814, 2 bags of 939, or is that, yeah, it's actually 3 bags. 3808, love me a teal. 498, 154, and then 3 bags of 310, and these are fat bags, so there's quite a lot of 310 in this kit. And then 3750 on the end there. Next up is 911, then 920, Z959, 3341. I mean, tell me that isn't a neon. It's gorgeous. 437, 741, 319, 400, 3847, 550, Z743. Again, just got to pause for a moment to admire that sparkly glitter coating. Then there's 3842, 915, 918, 745, 3815, 435, 890, and AB891. It's a neon AB. Oh, I'm such a nerd. Apologies. And then 300 at the end there. Next strip starts with 791, 3805, 819, 718, 919, 967, 3804, 909, 958, 414, 3835, 830, 581, 720, 666, one of my all-time favourite shades to work with. AB972 is next. 3818, 740, 829 and 3848. Getting into the smaller bags now, so we've got 415, oops, 893, AB3846, 604 3819 605 796 892, gorgeous, 964 747 369 3761 963 762 AB995. That one's got a really nice bit of almost pinky purpley in the glitz. 792 938 3806 954 and 820. And then we have one final baby strip which has 739 912 608, love it, 606 3340 and 3849. So this is quite a contrast to the last kit I showed you, isn't it? One has got just a lot of shades of pink and purple and not a lot of anything else. This one has got every colour under the sun in all sorts of different beautiful shades. So yeah, they're going to appeal to potentially quite different either people or people who like a lot of variety in their diamond paintings. Okay, let me pan over this one, and then once again I will come back and try and pick out where the special drills go for you. Okay, let's attempt to find the special drills in this one. A little tricky when it's quite a busy painting. First of all, I have got a red AB, and I do see some of that around here. It's sort of a pinky red actually, so I'm looking for sections with that in. There's a little bit there. And a little bit there, and a little bit up there. Then we have that orangey AB, a P symbol. There's literally just a handful of drills around there. A handful of drills is quite a lot, you know what I mean. There's some bits dotted around in these orange sections out there. And over here, there's a few more orangey sections around there, and it's getting in on that action. Up here as well. A bit more in the top half of the painting actually, there's a few more sections, but it's quite spread around. And then we have the darker of the two blues, and that is right in the centre there. And then also up here, I'm just trying to be careful because there's another symbol that it's quite similar to, which is there, you can see on the key, and they look fairly similar on the canvas. It's over here, and it's a little bit over here, and I think most of the other sections I'm drawn to are that other symbol that's quite similar. There's a tiny bit there, tiny bit there. So again, scattered around. I think that's going to be the theme for these, because there's no blocks of any colour in this painting really. And then the other AB, also a shade of blue. There's a tiny bit of that in the centre as well. And then I see some scattered bits here. And Where else is it? Oh, my eyes are struggling to spot that one, you know. I think there was more of it than I've found so far, but I'm really struggling to spot that one against the background. There's a tiny bit there. Yeah, there's less of that one in the painting. I can't see any other patches. I'm going to guess that I've missed a few very small sections. And then fairy dust drills, we have the symbol E, and that is kind of all the same places that the orange AB was. I see some of that yellowy orange fairy dust drill. So that orangey yellow kind of tone in the painting is well accented with specials. Because yeah, I'm just looking at all the same places and there's just a little bit of that E symbol in all of them. Then we have that sort of teal coloured fairy dust. There's a bit of that down here. There's some over here. There's some here and here. And here and here and here. And there. Yeah, lots of bits of that spread around the place. And then lastly we have the white fairy dust, and you can probably see looking at that straight away, particularly if you know that DAC tends to use a black dot on a white background for that, because that is kind of everywhere. You can see it being used to outline all the different petals and sections of this poinsettia, which I guess it's like a poinsettia ornament, isn't it? It's obviously not like the red flower. So there you go. That is Poinsettia Christmas Ornament. I've just realised it's actually called Christmas Ornament, so I wasn't really being very clever making a deduction that it was an ornament before. But yeah, another really pretty one. As I said before, very different in feel to Sunset Meditation. But yeah, it's a beauty. Okay, on to the last kit I have to show you. So this is Dreams Are What You Make Them, and being that it is a Disney kit, part of Diamond Art Club's collaboration with Disney, it has this special kind of box that opens from the side. I'm not sure why, but this seems to be a style of box that they reserve for, you know, these big collaborations with, I think it may even just be Disney. But anyway, we open this one a bit differently by pulling out these tabs. And then like so. So, of course, it comes with the toolkit. You don't need to see that again. We have the diamond painting, and we have this pouch here, which we are going to have a look at. So this one is a silver card. I couldn't actually tell under my lighting there. I thought it might be gold for a moment and got excited because I need a gold card. But yeah, there's a silver card here. And it actually says Disney Princess. This is like they have specific ranges under the banner of Disney, and there were several kits that were released in this style on Black Friday, which were really cute. This one's a nice snack size kit. 55 centimeters squared it's not too big really, is it? And this is your first glimpse of the colour palette of this one. Lots of greens and blues and a sort of slightly muted landscape tones, I think is how I'd describe this. It's got a really pretty, what's the word I'm looking for? Like a kind of cartoony feel to it. This one, we may have some blocking in. And I forgot to look at the number of colours and drills on the side, but you can see here there are 60 colours. One of those is an AB and 4 are fairy dust. So let's crack on and take a look at them. Right, where's the... Ah, it was already slightly open. So here are the colours. And just in case you weren't aware, all your drill bags are going to come with a label on that tells you what kit they're for. So if you do store your drills and your canvases separately, you're sorted. And there are the colours. They're really pretty actually. I love this colour palette. I love my blues. It's a very naturey colour palette. Oh wow, well, this one is colour blocking central. So, if you like your blocking and you like your Disney picks, this one and the rest of the ones in the series could very well be for you. This one is going to work up super quickly, particularly if you multi-place, because I don't think there is any confetti anywhere in this apart from possibly a little bit of the decoration on the castle. Most of this is blocks of colour, and in some cases, like up in the sky, really quite big blocks of colour. So yeah, it's going to be a nice, simple, straightforward one. I like to mix it up and have some more blocky ones on the go and then some more confetti ones on the go. So it's nice to have a good range to look at. It's really pretty. I really, really, really like this colour palette. I know I already said that, but it's very, well, it's very Disney somehow. Let's look at the colours in more detail. Okay, let's start with the biggest strip, as I often do. So this has got 502, which is a really pretty sort of grey-green. I like that a lot. Then we've got 320, 924, 794, 3839. There are 2 bags of that one. 935, 340, and here is the first fairy dust. That is stunning. It's like a sort of mauve colour, I think. Would you call that mauve? But the glittery bits are really pink and pretty and slightly contrasting. Then you have 154, 550, 2 bags of 826, 6002, 3 bags of 561, 2 bags of 809 and 562 on the end. Next up is 3346, 813, 3752, 341, 3840, 522, 3325, 3824, 3836, 3815, 926, 157, 930, 988, 3816, 927, 779, 160, 352 and 3747. Then we have 3743, 554, 3727, 3768, 718, 153, 317, 368, Z562, 552, 452, 524, 3024, 161, Z3607, 165, 3021, 318, 3807 and 3804. And then yet again we have a little baby strip of drills. This has got 778, Z747. That one's very, very pretty. 6014, 3740 and an AB to finish this off. That is AB 3348. I love how different these free kits are from each other. There's just such a variety available with Diamond Art Club these days. Yeah, there's got to be something for everyone, right? Okay, let me pan over this one briefly and then look for the special drills. Right, special drill hunting. First of all, we have the anchor symbol for that nice greeny one that we finished looking at the drills with. And that is in this bit at the base of the castle, and then this bit here. Not there, where I just pointed, but here. Then we have the fairy dust, that sort of grey-green fairy dust. That is 2 dashes. Where is that? There's a little bit of that there. And is that it? Yeah, I think that's it. There's not very much of that one. Then we have the sort of sky blue fairy dust. That is in the castle up here. Perfect. Got to have the castle kind of glistening in the sunlight, right? And I think that is it for that one. Then we have Z3041. That is around here and here and here and here. Basically, it's all the roofs. It's all the roofs of the houses. And again, I don't think it's anywhere else. I tell you, it's a lot easier spotting these when it's so blocky. But actually it is. It's here on the door. The drawbridge, whatever you call it, of the castle. And then 3607 is the last fairy dust, and that's that sort of club symbol. Ah, that's here. It's the sort of turrety bits of the roof. And that is it for that one. So yeah, that one was nice and easy. I'm more confident than usual that I spotted where they all go. So that brings me to the end of this triple unboxing. Yeah, I just wanted to get these out as quickly as possible, so I thought this was the best way to do it. Hope you've enjoyed taking a look at these 3 very different kits with me. There were 111 kits released for Black Friday, so it stands to reason there would be a lot of variety amongst them. But I, for one, think that Diamond Art Club did a particularly good job this year of doing a real range of styles of artwork. So yeah, love it. All right, thank you very much for watching if you've made it this far. If you've enjoyed the video, please consider dropping a like on it. And if you're not yet subscribed to the channel, I would love to have you stick around, so please consider doing that too. And I will hopefully see you again soon. Bye bye.